Top Originator Secrets with Brian Sachs. Closing more, making more, and still enjoying life.
Hello, I'm Rick Floyd, partner and executive vice president with Homebridge Financial Services. Today I am excited to bring you Top Originator Secrets with Brian Sachs. Closing more, making more, while still enjoying life.
Brian Sachs here with another Top Originator Secret to help you close more, make more, and still enjoy life. You know, last week I covered the topic of rate shoppers, and one of the ways to stop needing to have that conversation that none of us really can ever consistently win, right? If you haven't checked it out, go check out that video. But this week I want to share a story with you about Howard the rate shopper and how I disarmed him, and you can too. Well, I was in my office one day and the phone rang and I answered, "Hello, Brian Sachs, may I help you?" The gentleman on the other end said, "Hi, can you tell me your rates?" Well, I answered by saying, "May I ask who I'm speaking with?" He said, "My name is Howard and really would like you to give me your rates." And I said, "Thanks for calling, Howard. How are you referred to me?" Well, he said his agent was Harriet at Long & Foster, which is a local real estate company. And he said, "Harriet said to call you and again, may I please have your rate?" Well, I could tell he was getting a little annoyed. So I explained to him that we have numerous different programs and that I would need a bit more information before I can make a suggestion for him. Well, I started to ask him about his purchase and how long he would be in his home and many of the questions I covered from last week. Well, I asked him, "What do you do for a living, Howard?" And he told me that he was an accountant. So I immediately said, "Howard, you know, that's great. I'm about to file my taxes and I have a few questions and I wonder if you wouldn't mind just answering some of them for me because they're kind of challenging." So I asked him about some of my real estate depreciation on some properties I own. I asked him about some business expenses I was considering filing. And I also asked him about some information, some technical information about some partnerships I'm involved in. And I also asked him about one of the items on my K-1 and how he thought it should be treated for tax reasons. Well, you know, the conversation started to change, and I could tell that here's a new client antenna we're coming up. So after about 10 minutes of questions, and I want you to notice I never ever gave him my rates, okay? Well, he popped the question and he said, "Hey Brian, who does your taxes? Sounds like you have a pretty complex tax return." I said, "Well, Howard, you know, I'm considering using H&R Block." And he said, "How could you possibly be using H&R Block with a return as complicated as yours?" And I said, "Well, Howard, I'm sure you can understand. They're a lot cheaper than you are, I would imagine, right?" Well, he paused for a second and there was silence on the other line. And then after a couple minutes, he said, "Oh, I get it." See, I allowed Howard to understand that his rate question was really not an appropriate one, especially on his own terms. And I did it without being disrespectful, and I did it without being confrontational. Well, let me tell you the rest of the story. Howard did do his loan with me. He got a great rate, and he's since been a great referral source for me, and I've been a great referral source for him. So the next time you get the "what's your rate" question, keep this story in mind and make sure you review last week's tip on rate shoppers. Take control of the conversation and never quote rates. I'll be back next week with another Top Originator Secret to help you close more, make more, and still enjoy your life. Get rid of those rate shoppers, huh? And be sure to visit toporiginatorSecrets.com.
Since you've watched this video today, it's obvious that you care about growing your business and increasing your success. I'd like to share with you how at Homebridge Financial Services, we can do that for you through our Performance Center. So I invite you to visit homebridge.com to learn more about how we can help you there. Also, feel free to call me on my cell phone at 770-265-7760. Our Performance Center is powered by Zenix. Let's partner together for the path ahead. Thank you and have a great day.
This is Mortgage News Network.